ang nakakaharap nyo, mga professionals.
Yeah.
Di ba? Pag nililito kayo about the batas, if they know that they can get around with it because you do not know what you're doing, talo na kayo.
Ano yung weakness mo, Sir Bong?
So how did you elevate yourself into becoming Col.Bong Nebrija?
That's right.
Sino yung ina-idolize mo or ano yung gusto mong maging or sundan na path?
It's like a small H to big H in one segment. Ayoko, baka mapolitika tayo dito. Take it seriously. Take it by heart. Make it your passion.
Did you have asserted?
To take control of the helicopter.
Do you see a future for the traffic situation? If you were given the task, if you were given the sole authority, the power, did you ever think kung paano mo masosolve to?
Actually, let's put numbers into this.
Okay.
Yung kotse, car sales, they have already admitted 10% every year. Nag-i-increase tayo. 10% every year. So with the 686 square kilometers ng Metro Manila, we need 30% road networks. So if you will compute that, kailangan natin siguro ng mga 8,000, 10,000 kilometers of road. Sometime in year 2020, ang computation pa lang nasa 5,000 pa lang tayo, not including the Skyway. So nasa 5,000 plus pa lang tayo na kilometers of road networks. That's short of the 30% that we need. So parang short tayo ng 3,000 kilometers. But the thing is, itong available roads natin are not available, but we cannot pass through. Bakit? May basketball sa gitna. May barangay. May barangay hall sa sidewalk. Nagtayo ng tent sa first lane, hindi natin madaanan. Di ba? And then, ano pa, yung mga nagtatayo ng tent, yung mga sidewalk, obstructed, tindahan. So that's why the projection of the previous administration is to reclaim this. Gamitin natin yung available road networks while waiting for the infrastructures that will add up to our current,
So what happened? What happened to that?
Well, we have the Skyway stage 3. I think magkakaroon tayo ng stage 4. But it's not really the roads eh. If you come to think of it, Skyway, naglagay tayo Skyway. Ang ganda ng Skyway before. Dire-diretso ka. But now sa exit, nagkakaroon na ng traffic.
Yeah, dito sa Quezon Avenue.
Even na IAX.
Naiya.
Diba?
Yeah.
Yung mga lilipad ng Exodus natin, like Undas or Mahal na Araw, even Christmas.
So ano yung nakikita mong problem talaga?
Well, the mismatch of the available road networks and the volume of vehicles, no? And hindi lang Metro Manila yan, no?
Provincial na.
Yung Pampanga, super traffic na sa Angeles, sa Clark.
Yes. And come to think of it, ang unang problema natin is urban migration. Nandito lahat yung malaking kumpanya eh. Nandito yung magagandang sweldo eh. Nandito yung magagandang trabaho. So we have Pampanga in the north. Bulacan, Pampanga in the north. We have Cavite, Laguna in the south or southwest. And then we have Batangas. No? Rizal is almost Metro Manila na. Di ba?
Layo nun no?
Nandiyan ka lang sa Marcos Highway, Rizal na di ba? So people will come to Metro Manila.
Converge,
to work, to go to school, to do business. So that's why 13 million tayo, but ang daytime population natin is 15 million.
And how are you supposed to congest that
The solution to that is mass public transportation. Galing ka ng Bulacan, mag-MRT 7 ka na papunta ng Metro Manila, huwag mo nang dalhin yung sasakyan mo. Just commute. Because MRT 7 will eventually connect to MRT 3, LRT 2, LRT 1. It's interconnected.
Pero hindi ba dapat pagandahin din muna yung transportation na ganun para gamitin talaga ng mga tao?
Well,
sa ibang bansa kasi maganda yung transportation nila na ganun.
Well, Francesca, I commute to work. I take
really?
LRT. Yes, I take LRT too. No?
Where are you coming from?
Dito sa Quezon City, sa Anonas.
Diretso doon.
Diretso ako ng Puresa, Santa Mesa.
And then, baba,
Lakad.
lakad na lang.
Yeah, I walk.
Don't you, di ba may nag-threat na sa buhay mo?
Yun nga eh.
Meron,
Maraming
pero
krimen.
sometimes, alam mo, ang kampante ako, wala akong inagrabyado na tao eh.
May mga hinuli mo.
Hindi
Napakulong.
agrabyado eh.
Hindi, wala naman
Talagang
pinakulong.
patas lang tayo.
Sabi niya may 3 siyang napakulong.
Hindi, sa traffic
Napakulong
lang yun.
because they bribe us.
They violated.
They
you know.
violated.
But
Wala
in
ako
terms
yung
of
for the
inabuso,
reason na gusto lang kitang huliin, hinuli kita. Wala akong ganun.
You have political ambitions?
Not now.
If you were to choose, what will your first be? If ever it happens, ano? Barangay captain, councilor, congressman?
Hindi siguro. I'll go for congressman.
Congressman.
Because I think I could contribute more in policy making.
I agree to that. I'll vote for you, don't worry. I'll vote for you.
Thank you.
Kung nandun
Thank
ako.
you.
Quezon City ka, di ba?
Yes.
Saan
Yes.
district?
3.
Okay. Lilipat
So,
ako doon.
Lilipat din, yun din sasabi ko, lilipat din ako para ma-vote kita.
Do you think the Filipino has the mindset or the chance of being able to do that, knowing how Filipinos are?
Not now.
With
Not
the budget,
now.
malaki naman budget natin eh. Pero nagagamit
I
ba
do
ng
not know
tama?
about the budget, but
Yung mindset,
I'm very hopeful with the new Secretary of the OTR,
Si
Vince Dizon.
But this guy is really active in terms of noon pa, di ba? During
Noon
the
pa,
time of
pandemic,
Duterte,
di ba?
pandemic.
Pandemic, siya
He
yung
was active.
vaccine czar.
Right.
So, and then after that, he moved to, well, actually, even before na nag-vaccine czar siya, nasa Clark na siya. Clark Development.
Clark Development Authority.
Yes, nandun na siya. So ngayon, nasa transportation siya. Ang dami niyang, I admire all his
I like the first thing that he did for the Skyway. The RFD ba yun?
RFID?
Cashless, pinasuspend niya.
Hindi naman sa ko, pero ang dami pa kasing wala eh.
Ang dami pang kulang siguro. So
Tsaka hindi
he's
nila
looking-
perfect pa yung
Yes.
Di ba?
If you could see the way he's working, may political will yung tao. So, we only have 3 years to go for this administration. And I hope he will really, over time,
Magawa.
to make changes, mabago natin. And, well, sinasabi ni Francesca, no, yung sa...
I-fix mo na yung route.
Yung route, and then pagandahin natin yung yung LRT, MRT. Actually, sa totoo lang, nakausap ko yung Chief of Staff ni Jaime Bautista before, and I thanked him. Because dati na ako nagko-commute eh. Dati na ako nagko-commute. And when I started commuting again, going to work, I saw the improvements at LRT2. Gumagana lahat ng escalator. Gumagana lahat ng elevator.
Ewan.
Ang lilinis ng
Hindi
toilet.
katulad dati,
Di ba? I mean, maliit talaga yung train eh. Wala tayong magagawa. Yun yung train na kinuha natin, maliliit eh. So,
Kaya masikip, yun yung ayaw ng
masikip,
tao.
di ba?
Pero
masikip.
importante yung elevator dyan, lalo na escalator, lalo sa mga
Yes,
matatanda.
yes.
Oh God,
yes.
how steep yung mga
Yes.
di ba?
Matataas yung mga from ground to
Yeah, parang 3 floors yata yun eh.
concourse to platform. Mataas din kung
Lalo na kung senior ka na,
hagdanin mo.
But with the safety kasi, di ba marami rin kasi news na may krimen sa LRT, may nananakawan, may biglang nasasaksak.
Yeah, pero may mga security guards naman sila. So, if you need, ako, nakikita ko yung mga millennials from platform to the train, naka-cellphone all throughout eh.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
That's a sign of secured sila. Di ba?
Nandiyan sila.
Okay yun. That's one thing.
Then may mga sumasakay na security guard din sa coaches, and then sa labas meron din. So, perfect.
Maybe one of these days.
Tsaka wala
Tatry
pa-
ko ulit mag-LRT. I tried it once or twice lang eh.
Tsaka recently-
yung
Low-key.
rugged ka.
Tsaka recently, I remember past administration, parating sira yung LRT,
MRT rin.
MRT, di ba? But now, parang
Bihira na, bihira
di ba?
na.
Parang hindi ko narinig pa lately.
Yes.
That's one na overlook ko. Hindi ko narinig. Pero dati, oh my God.
Di ba? I
Oo.
mean, we have 23, 24 coaches. Ilan lang yung gumagana.
Oo.
Di ba? So, it was really a struggle before. No? Kaya nga minsan nag-augment kami ng Nag-augment kami ng buses eh.
Kaya
Para huwag ka rin sumakay ng MRT, dito ka na lang. May escort para mabilis ka rin.
Just going on since you are with the MMDA, ano yung pinaplano ni Vince na tanggalin o reroute yung mga, ano ba yan, yung sa carousel ba yon? Are they planning to take them out or what's their plan?
No plans yet. Ang inaano niya lang is sumakay siya, tinignan niya yung mga mali. So, they're brainstorming right now what improvements can be done. Kahapon, may nakita ako na, kasi umikot ako kahapon sa EDSA. Dahil yung mga estudyante namin ngayon, doon nag-go-OJT
Okay.
sa EDSA. So, I was there. And I
When
saw
you say estudyante, ano yun?
mga enforcers.
Okay.
Yung mga newly
You have a
hired.
school already?
Newly hired.
I mean, you have a school already?
Yes, we have a traffic academy.
Oh, really?
Yes, we have a
It's my
traffic
first time to hear
So,
that.
when you say traffic academy, can somebody enroll there?
Well, actually, you write to our chairman if you want training. Even private companies. Yung lalo-lalo na yung mga may fleet ng drivers,
Oo.
they want to train their drivers on road safety, traffic management, yung mga security guards ng mga like sa Ortigas, if they want to train their security guards or they want them to be deputized, we train them
Okay.
bago namin bigyan ng ticket.
Going back to what you were talking about nung umikot ka,
Umikot ako, nakita ko yung mga contractor ng busway. They were fixing so many things, no? Ilaw, yung timer. So they were doing all these things. And these are the things na nakita ni Secretary na kailangan i-correct. And they're correcting it now. So, I mean, maganda na yung mga secretary natin nasa higher level of management na they can also drop by on the ground and see what's really happening. Perfect. Para hindi na lang yung mga feedback na minsan pambobola na yung natatanggap nila. Di ba?
if do you feel that you're successful in your chosen career at the moment where you are?
I've reinvented myself so many times. No? From being a Navy man to... I've been a naval aviator of the Navy. Nagpalipad tayo ng helicopter. No? When
Yeah.
I was in the US for a time, naging teacher din tayo.
Yeah.
So now, I found myself under the sun dito sa MMDA doing these things.
So many hats.
So
Yeah.
many hats.
What are you most proud of sa lahat ng yan?
When I was in the Navy, definitely. Serving our country in that, parang ano yun eh, walang katapat talaga yun if you put yourself on the line.
Were you ever in a battle, in a crossfire?
Yes, I don't know if this is already classified, but in Mindanao, yes, in pursuit of Abu Sabaya.
Were you afraid of dying, getting shot?
Getting shot, the helicopters got shot so many times, right? And I've seen so many faces of that also. So,
Are you afraid to die?
dying is part of our
Yeah,
life.
I mean, like, syempre, it shocks you to... You've seen death eh.
Yes, I've seen that.
You've seen death. And
And
are you afraid?
I saw
Do you get
how,
PTSD?
I saw how quick it is that life can be taken
Yeah,
from
instantly.
you in a snap, right?
Are you ready to die, if ever?
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
I have
Knock muna.
I have a personal relationship with God,
That's very good.
so I'm happy with it.
With your family, how good are you as a family man? Are you a good husband?
I guess I am, right?
Husband, okay.
Husband. But I think it's better if my wife will be the one to
Answer the
to
question.
Answer that.
Okay.
Right.
Are you a good father?
I am.
Okay.
I think I am.
What is the best thing that you've imparted to your kids in terms of for character's sake?
When they were growing up, we keep on telling them there's God, that there's a responsibility behind every actions that you do, and there's accountability. Parang it's hard for a kid to absorb that. We put it in practice like you study. If you will not study, this the consequences. Not because that we will get mad, but it's you who will fail. And the thing is, if you will repeat it, that's your own doing. If you did not go to the school that you wanted because you did not study hard during your high school, and that's your own doing. We can only do so much.
And the other fact pa is, if I may, pag hindi mo tinuruan ng ganyan, babalik din sa iyo magulang di ba?
Yes,
Ikaw
of
mahirapan later on in life because they'll go back to you. Ba't ganito buhay ko? Hindi pwede ka pa nga nila sisihin dahil hindi mo tinuro yung tama But it's difficult for parents pag ganun yung ano.
But, to your man, I think I can say that I have not lived in vain when it comes to my kids. I only have 2 kids. The other one, my firstborn is in the U.S. Navy.
Okay.
And my youngest, she used to work with Tesla and Apple.
Wow.
Wow.
She's the one who became a computer engineer.
Wow.
But right now, when during pandemic struck, she was laid off, and she saw the most stable job is in the hospitals.
How do you choose your friends or the people chooses you?
No, I'm bad at it. Really, my wife tells me that I'm a bad reader of character.
Do you trust
So,
easily?
I do. That's my problem. That's what
When you
also
say you're a bad reader of character, for what cause? What happened?
Well, what happened was, you trust this guy, you embrace him to the team and all that, and then suddenly he backstabs you. No, even without you doing, and then he will do something and blames it on you, right? And
Hindi mo pa napag-aralan 'yon?
well, the thing is, I didn't see it coming. Right? I didn't see it coming.
Nagagalit ka
but-
ba sa sarili mo kapag gano'n?
No, I don't have any regrets. Maybe these things are part of my learning process.
Yeah.
Paano
So-
magalit ang, sorry, paano magalit ang isang Sir.Bong? Ano nakapagpagalit sa'yo?
Sa kalsada ba yan?
Pag iniwan yung
In
sasakyan sa
general,
gitna.
sa kalsada or with personal...
Ang ayaw na ayaw ko when I was in operations, ayaw na ayaw ko yung nilalait yung tao ko I wouldn't do that to anybody. So that's one thing. So, to witness it, na ginagarin yung tao ko, it really triggers my my anger mode. So, ang sinasabi ko sa kanila, yung tropa namin, minimum wage earner, kung may pagkakataong maging doktor yan, nagdoktor na sana yan. Pero life has been a challenge for them na they ended up as enforcers. Wala naman nag-ambisyon nung bata tayo magiging enforcer ako. Right? So these are the things, etong pagiging enforcer, life brought them there. Di ba? Hindi nakatapos na pag-aaral, yung iba nakatapos pero was not given the opportunity to work. And they ended up there. There's nothing wrong with being an enforcer. It's an honorable job. Ngayon, kung lalaitin mo yan, lalong-lalo na yung mga professionals, no, they do not deserve it. And that's the time, that's when I bring it back to them and show them na ikaw nga, mataas ang pinag-aralan mo, pero you're acting as if you're the one
Who's less educated?
less educated. That's right.
Right. So now, how do you filter your friends? Do you have a standard on eto kaibigan ko dapat ganito ka or wala pa rin?
Hindi naman.
Or intuition?
Ang sa akin na lang nga, yun nga sabi nga sa inyo,
Mahina siya sa intuition
I trust easily. Pero hindi naman ako laging naloloko There's only one time, I guess, na gano'n. Hindi, twice siguro. Na I can count with my one hand na kung ilan yung nanloko sa akin. But I do not take it against them. Okay na yun. Hindi na lang tayo
close of
mag-uusap
friend.
ulit.
Oh, di ba?
Oo. Di ba? That's it. I mean, we had the chance. Tapos, tinake advantage mo ako, niloko mo ako. That's it.
Okay. In terms of failure, let's go back to it. How do you see failure in your life, and how many have you had failures in your life?
Yes, so many.
Big ones?
Big ones. Well, one is when I was in third grade. Right, that's a failure.
The big miserable
Miserable.
failure. Which, okay, we know the story.
When I was in PMA, actually I belonged to top quarter of my class during our first semester. It was good. During the second semester, though, during the first semester of the second year, that's when I failed. Because in PMA, we have a point system. It's just 1 to 10. We do not have that 70%. It's as simple as 1 to 10. So if you got 7, you passed, right? So you will know where you are at. So our grades come out every week. So you will monitor, I need to do better here and do better in this subject and all that. I failed in algebra.
Oh,
I failed, not really. I do not know if you can say miserably because before the finals, I was just deficient by 1.6. So if I'll take the finals, I just need 72 points to pass and move to the next semester. But apparently, I failed big time during the finals. And I needed to take the remedial exam. The remedial exam in PMA is like your other half of the body is already civilian. The other one is still cadet, right?
As a cadet. Uh-huh.
Right? Because it's one miss. That's it. It's just a pass or fail thing, the remedial exam. No grades. You pass, you get 75%. If you fail,
You're
you
out.
clear out.
Okay.
Right? It was like that. And I remember differential calculus, we have this book, this thick, na libro. And I have
I hate calculus.
Same with me. So
I never understood it.
So
I don't like numbers.
I have 1 week after my final exam. I have 1 week for the remedial exam.
Anong ginawa mo? Parang ng third grade?
Yeah, I studied day in, day out. I will just get out of the room when it's time to eat, go back again, maybe take a nap, then read again. So until the time that I finish everything, covered up. And I think when I took the remedial exam, I aced it.
Really?
Yeah, I aced it. So now you will ask, and then of course, when I was in the Navy, when I was a pilot, my first flight as a co-pilot,
Hindi naman nag-crash siguro yan, ano?
it did. We
did.
Did.
Oh.
We
Buhay
did.
ka pa.
Buhay pa ako. And come to think of it, it was during the visit of President Clinton in Corregidor.
Yes.
So we brought these two
happened?
generals, flew the helicopter in McKinley Airstrip. We landed there. They're supposed to disembark there, and they will be ferried to the Spanish mast by van. So the van wasn't there, and they told us, bring us on top of the Spanish mast. If you're a helicopter pilot, you know how turbulent Corregidor is. And when we were about to land, so we were facing the wind, then suddenly mid-finals, the wind changed and the wind hit us from above and our back. So it practically pushed us down.
So you
So
crashed.
the letter H, it's like a small H to big H in 1 second.
Ano nangyari sa inyo? Na-hospital kayo? Nasugat?
Hindi.
Na-injured?
We survived the impact. So, bang! We turned 180. The helicopter was bouncing until
Several times.
yes, so many times, 3 times.
But the
until it
LC didn't
settled
break.
180 from the original direction, right? But the helicopter was already like that. The skid already gave way. But the thing is, that's the landing spot of President Clinton
That was.
at that time. That's the only option. There was no other option for him to land but there.
So he was there? O wala?
He could not land if we're there. So the
okay.
thing
Inalis
is, with
pa.
that condition, they told us to fly our helicopters back to base.
With that condition?
With that condition. So that's why when we flew, the transmission was, we were flying like this.
So you were thinking, patay na kami.
Patay, wala na. We were anticipating
And that was
we
the
will fall
order?
in the water.
Hindi mo pinaglaban na, hindi ako sasakay dyan kasi ito na yung nangyari eh.
Ano yan, for country's sake talaga, mapapahiya tayo.
Oh my.
So, we were able to take off. But the thing is, that was my first hour as a co-pilot. It was shocking. It was horrifying. Parang ayaw mo na lumipad.
So let me get the what's the life lesson there in that experience? Anong leksyon natutuhan mo doon?
I need to be assertive. I think. I need to be assertive.
What should you have asserted?
To take control of the helicopter.
Or to tell them, hindi.
To tell my co-pilot, to tell my
Superiors.
captain, my first pilot at the time, na we should have done this. And that was truly a big lesson for me. And that is also, I respected flying so much. That's why when I was building up my time, up to the time that I was checked out, I know it could happen again. And I'm very careful. I'm not that overcomplacent or overconfident, complacent in flying.
Is that the biggest call to action, call to mind sa'yo whenever you're doing something?
Yes.
Yung life, mo, doon, whenever you do something.
Na, well, okay lang kung ako lang eh. But I'm carrying souls with me. Other souls with me. So, how could I explain it to the wife of that other pilot that I have or to the crew that I have?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's one thing. It almost took my flying career away from me. That uneventful thing that happened to us in Corridor. But I pursued. I think I was telling myself, no, you're better than this. If you're the one in control, maybe it would have been different.
Mm-hmm.
So, build up my time, took the training, eventually checked out as first pilot, and eventually, before I retired, I was one of the command pilot of the Navy.
Wow, fantastic.
Pinangarap mo ba maging airline pilot
Yes, I
before?
did. I did. Almost did twice. I mean, yeah, twice.
Nag-try ka?
Sa PAL.
Sa PAL. I
Sa
work in PAL as a
PAL.
flight attendant.
Sa PAL. Actually, I did, but I needed to choose again. There's a life changing decision at the time whether to continue or not. I chose my family. So,
What's the most important thing in you now? Career, family?
family still.
So if you
I
were
have
made to
3
choose,
grandchildren.
if you were made to choose between your career in this point in your life, would choose family?
I would choose family. But that's one thing I'm very thankful for, that my wife is very supportive.
Mm-hmm.
She knows that I'm still loving this. I'm still loving what I do. It keeps me, aside from keeping me busy, she knows that I can still go places.
And look at
Wow.
other women or no more?
No, not really, but that opportunity to go up the ladder still,
Still there.
yeah, or maybe political in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Just like other people, she believes that I could be
The president of the Philippines.
not really. Maybe, but I don't know.
If you're gonna
I-
dream big, if you're gonna dream
Dream
big,
big.
di ba?
That's right.
The
That's right.
biggest,
That's right.
di ba?
That's
If you're gonna aspire for something, aspire for
that's
the
right.
number one.
That's right.
Actually, Sir Bong, yun yung next question ko. Sino yung ina-idolize mo or ano yung gusto mong maging or sundan na path pa?
There's really no path that I want to take. Yung sasabihin mong plinano ko ba politically?
Ina-idol mong tao na gusto mong maging ganun.
Ayoko, baka mapolitika tayo dito.
So, nasa politics ang idol mong tao.
May tanong na lang ako.
I mean,
Anong favorite song mo ngayon?
Teka ha.
Hindi, hindi ngayon. Kahit noon pa, sige. Para hindi na maano. Favorite song niyo ng
Spando
Mrs.
bali yung kinalakihan ko eh.
Yung Gold?
Gold.
Gold. Alam mo ba yan?
Tapos, yung WAM.
Awam, freedom, etc.
Old school, di na alam na.
90s.
Oh,
Hindi ko rin alam pa rin.
Millennials yan eh.
Mga River
Yeah.
Maya, Eraser Heads to, no? Yun
Pero
yun.
ano ako, fan ako ng parokya ni Edgar. So, ang repertoire ko sa karaoke is ano eh. Parokya ni Edgar,
Parokya ni
Harana.
Edgar. Dapat sumama ka
Halaga.
sa akin dahil nagtutour kami niyan pag minsan eh.
Ay,
But you know Chito, no?
Chito, yeah,
Yeah,
friends
you know.
sa, ano, sa Facebook. Yeah.
You do good with what you do. So how would you advise people to do good in what they do? What are the things that they must have or possess to be good at their chosen profession or at the chosen business or career that they want? Ano yung dapat nilang gawin?
Unang-una, if you're given the opportunity to work or to do something or to lead, right? Take it seriously. Take it by heart. Put your passion, make it your passion to do your best and accomplish whatever is asked of you. But my advice to even our enforcers, young officers, I tell them, I always remind them that in whatever thing you do, keep your integrity intact.
In the career that you're
Yes.
in the ano of you have, no?
You need to be honest. You need to be transparent. You need to be accountable.
Putting that into the context of you need to be accountable, how do you become good at what you do? What should you do para maging good ka as like what you've done?
Well-
Aside from education, what else?
Like what on my part, I was not trained to become an enforcer.
Yeah, I know. But what
right?
did you do?
I tried to learn to be an enforcer.
Exactly. But what
I
did you do? I mean,
self-study.
di ba?
The law.
Sabi nga niya kanina, di ba, from ikaw nga yung
Yeah.
last na ano.
Yeah.
So how did you elevate yourself into becoming Col.Bong Nebrija?
That's right. Like what I've told you, I started from the behind the desk. I was studying all the mandates of MMDA. So I have that grasp of what the MMDA does.
So non-stop learning.
Yes. And even I remember studying the resolutions of the resolutions of MMDA, all the resolutions. They binded it in one manual. I was reading it. Every time that I was not doing anything, I will read the manual. What's the process? What's the penalty and all that? So that's why people are asking me, how did you know this?
Kala nila lawyer ka. No?
Pag ini-interview ako, di ba?
Oo.
Pag ini-interview ako, I go to the details. I will not tell the general
Provisions or whatever.
provisions. I'll go to the details because I've studied it already. I think as a leader, if you're given the task, you need to be technically proficient in what you do.
So one, aside from being masipag,
Yes, yes.
you should know also the latest trends, the latest in technology,
Yes.
and all of this to keep above and at par, di ba?
That's
Innovation.
right. That's right. Hindi naman pwede, sinasabi ko nga sa mga enforcers, huwag kayong tatanga-tanga. I'm sorry for the word. Huwag kayong tatanga-tanga doon. Because ang nakakaharap nyo, mga professionals.
Yeah.
Di ba? Pag nililito kayo about the batas, if they know that they can get around with it because you do not know what you're doing, talo na kayo. Remember, in a traffic situation, you're supposed to be the one in control and not them. And for you to be in control, you need to be technically proficient in what you do.
I think napaka-strong and smart mong tao, pero ano yung weakness mo? Col.Bong. Saan ka? Ano yung
Hindi,
soft
hindi,
side mo,
hindi.
Hindi,
kumbaga?
bago yan. How do you, di ba tinanong ko yung stress kanina? How do you relax?
I ride.
Oh,
Right.
What?
Yeah. I ride during weekends and I think...
Paper? Newspaper?
Hindi, ride.
Ride.
Ah, ride.
Ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ride.
Did you ride over here or no?
No. I usually ride during weekends.
What
that takes
kind of
me-
bike do you have?
I have Harley.
Harley.
Yeah, Sport Glide.
Rich kid.
No.
No. I'm kidding.
Something ano yan eh.
Minana.
Hindi naman minana, but parang just
Reward
like what you
sa
said,
self?
if you will dream big. So if you will buy a bike, just
Buy the best.
Buy the best that you can have, right? So yun. Actually, I did not find myself as a Harley rider. I was more of a when I started riding, ang gusto ko sports sports bike eh. So yung mga street bikes. But then again, age is setting in. Sabi ko, hindi ako pwedeng laging nakatungo na.
Is that your most cherished possession, yung bike mo,
Harley, yes.
yung Harley?
Yes.
When do you think is the time to quit for you particularly when I say quit, yan sa MMDA?
Yeah. I know everybody has already learned about what happened to me before November 15 of 2023. Nagkaroon ako ng scuff with Senator Bong Nebrija and I was transferred to traffic education. I was thinking that that's it for me, MMDA. Parang I
You
couldn't,
felt so down during that.
I
I'm pretty sure,
couldn't
diba?
find myself doing anything else but enforcement at that time. Just like what Francesca said, it's nice to have God to clear your minds, right? And I was thinking that I can only make difference in enforcement. I can only be the best Bong Nebrija on the ground. But again, it seems like that was an opportunity to, it's like sort of reinventing myself again. Na
Recalibrate.
recalibrate and do something. Actually, I was refusing to do anything when I was transferred to traffic
Really?
education. I said, no,
Hindi ako to But,
unang-una, baka temporary lang to, baka i-reassign din ulit ako susunod, di ba? Parang I cannot find the Bong Nebrija who grew up in the enforcement now at the back end ng MMDA sa traffic education. There was a resistance, self-resistance. Will I do anything else? Will I innovate? Will I pursue change? Will I try to improve? Yung ano. And then, sabi ko, siguro, this is also an opportunity for me
to try myself into
to duplicate what I did on the ground. If you admired Bong Nebrija as a task force special operations, I will duplicate. I'll make 10 more Bong Nebrijas for you. So that's now the goal. Siguro makita ko ng
Actually,
we can
that's a
get
very good
protege na
Meron na ba?
wala pa eh. But
Siya kaya kung turuan.
actually, come to think of it, yung spokesperson namin also a beauty queen.
Oh, really?
Celine Pialago.
Oo.
Remember, right?
Is she still there? No more.
No more. Nasa private life na siya. I think she's busy in Cagayan right now. But Celine is also a warrior.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I like her.
So, yun, ano. Baka malay mo, no? Kung meron nga lang Celine na pwede mong i-train,
Yeah, I like
the
her.
likes of Celine.
Very feisty.
Yes. Will make a good enforcer also.
Yun nga, going back with the feisty and strong, dahil kilala ka ng mga tao maangas, may pinaglalaban. I think curious din yung viewers, ano yung weakness mo?
Weakness, siguro, ano nga ba ang weakness ko? Siguro, lahat ng weakness ko, I considered it as a room for improvement yung mga weaknesses ko no? Sometimes, my boss always tells me na masyado akong you go for it, go-getter ka Minsan nasosobrahan ka ng
Always
ganun.
very aggressive.
Yeah. Aggressive, assertive. Sometimes, people misinterpret it as mayabang.
Or nagmamagaling?
Nagmamagaling, right? Parang, you're ready to put your ideas there. Lay it down at the table, gawin mo. Na hindi mo alam na baka may masagasaan ka na baka hindi dapat sa'yo nanggagaling yan, kundi sa ibang tao, di ba? Na parang inuunahan mo siya. Anong tawag doon? Intrimitido ba yung tawag doon? Yung laging pinapangunahan, something like that. I think that's one thing. Yung passion mo, yung passion ko na to do this, to do these things, no, to accomplish these things, sometimes it gets the best of other people na parang hindi na siya nagiging team effort, no? So I think yun ang weakness ko. Masyado akong aggressive to to the
Na
point
nawawala yung team effort? Na parang
to
ikaw
the
lang?
point na it becomes very offensive to other people. But then again, I'm trying to work on that. Na,
Even until now?
Are you a
Even
fast
na.
thinker ba? Or you, like, pag binato sa'yo, may sagot ka na kagad? Or you think about it real well?
It's not like that na mayroon ako. Pero I must say I'm decisive.
Oh, really?
Anong gagawin natin dito? Ito gagawin natin dito. It's better to decide and make a mistake than not deciding at all.
Did you train yourself to be decisive?
We were trained to be like that when we were in PMA. One of the good characteristics of a leader is that he should be decisive. So, yan, yung mga bagay na yan, yung sinasabi ko, minsan, pag pinag-iisipan mo, na-overthink mo, and you find yourself not deciding at all. Or, pag nag-decide ka, it might be too late, parang na-overtaken ka na ng events.
Paano kung nag-decide ka pero mali, ipupush mo pa rin yung decision na yun?
Pag may mali, if you decide on
And then
something
mali pala
wrong,
yung
mali yun,
result.
there are consequences for that.
Is being a successful career person, does that translate to being a good business person or entrepreneur?
Pareho lang eh. Kasi I think in business, it's also leadership and management. Eh. So, if you are a people-oriented leader, I think you can never go wrong.
So if you were to get into business now, what would you get into? What's closest to your heart na pupuntahan mo?
Mag-business, maybe cars.
Cars.
Oh, maybe cars.
Ano ba yung business mo before?
Sa mining and security.
Why cars?
Why cars?
Because that's what you deal with day in and day out?
I made so many friends in my current work who are car guys.
Okay.
Even my D group at CCM. We call our
Bakit hindi
group,
bike? Since yun yung interest mo.
may bike din. But most of my friends, they are car guys.
Okay.
So, siguro, if I will do business, I'll tie up with them.
So what will you have? A service company? Selling of cars? Ano? Ano yun?
Maybe selling.
Selling.
Oh, kasi, what do you call this? When people knows me,
Yeah.
I think that would be an advantage already.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
The trust that they
Yes,
have, di ba?
yes.
What were your thought nung dumating yung pandemic? Did you think it's the end of the world or what?
Yun nga eh. Nung in-interview ko, that's mathematically impossible. Sabi ko,
So you agree na zero pogo sa Philippines?
I say my thing without filtering it.
Hindi ka kinabahan sa tanong?
Oh, na i-dice. Kwento na lang.
Talaga, kwento lahat.
And it doesn't matter how good you are. It will only take one mistake. You will suffer.
Sa kwento ni Juan, lahat may boses, lahat ng kwento